Hello everybody, what is up? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. It depends if you're new here or not. Now, this is going to be a part 2 to that video that we had uploaded yesterday. And it's basically a comprehensive list, or I'm more so reacting to a very comprehensive list of timestamps of just basically problematic content that Eugenia Cooney has put out. And it's really just pointing out really iffy moments throughout the years of either things that she said or things that were done in her videos. I've been finding it very interesting to react to it, and some of the things are new to me as well, and to a lot of y'all, the things are new that we were discussing. So I want to do a part 2. A lot of y'all were really excited and intrigued to finish this list. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Now, if you're new to this video and you did not see that part 1, I'm going to be linking it in the description box down below. So feel free to please check that out prior to checking out this one, just so you have kind of an idea of what we're doing here. And I highly recommend you checking out that first video anyway, because this is going in chronological order. So the first half of that video, part 1 yesterday, was basically 2013 to 2014 with her content. And today we're going to be breaking the ice on 2014 to 2015. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. We have some years to cover here, and a lot more shady things have been done, and her family members were exposed in an even crazier way, because it's one thing to see it, but then to see how many problematic moments that there has been over the years, seeing it on paper, it's something else. So with that being said, let's just dive right into it. Oh, before we do, I just want to say, I said it in yesterday's video, and I just want to be clear and say it again in today's video. It might not be everybody's cup of tea now. This is more so a video y'all can put on in the background while you're driving, or it will actually be safe while you're driving, so don't do that unless like you're able to focus on multiple things at once. But even then, just be very careful driving. But this is like a video that you can just put on more so to listen to, and you don't have to worry about watching it. Nothing exciting is going to be on the screen. We're just going to be reading a subreddit from Reddit, because I said we're going to be reading a Reddit and people freaked out on me yesterday. So we're going to be taking a look at a subreddit, and let's just dive into it. So yesterday we left off on 9/14, I think it was like 9/14/14 or something like that. And it was talking about Eugenia dropping out of school, why she didn't like school, and it was titled Why School Sucks, and that was a video that she had uploaded. Now we're going to be talking about random things, which was another video she uploaded 11/3/14. And it says here she is in Florida on vacation at Disney. There was a Disney Halloween party, and her brother desperately wanted her to be Penelope from Wreck-It Ralph, and she didn't really want to be, but she did it anyway. You know, there's been times, situations in my life where my nieces or nephews want me to dress up or do some goofy things in public, and I'm like, I really don't want to do it, but I give in and I do it anyway, and I make myself look like a damn fool just because it puts a smile on their little faces. And those are things we do out of the kindness of our heart to make our family happy, you know? And I feel like her saying she puts on this outfit, dresses like Penelope from Wreck-It Ralph, does it for her brother. A lot of people normally in normal situations like, oh, that's so sweet that you did that just to put a smile on your brother's face. But in this situation, Eugenia doesn't do the things she doesn't want to do. We see how stubborn she is nowadays on TikTok. And I just think it's interesting and ironic, because I feel like she's done a lot more things in her past just based off of the fact that she's had to do it. So anyways, let's just dive into the next one. So the next video we're going to be taking a look at is I got new underwear and teeth, and this was 5/18/15. She went to New York because she had to do something while she was there. Her mom went shopping and bought her a bunch of stuff and told her to open it on camera. The things she opens are 3 clear plastic drawers, an oil diffuser, an incense burner, and incense. She is confused about all of these and is concerned about the incense because it requires a fire to start it. It continues and says she also opens a bag with one of those wind-up chattering teeth toys. Last, she opens a Victoria's Secret bag that has 2 bras, 5 lace thongs, and 2 pairs of leggings. She is relieved when she gets to the leggings that they aren't more thongs, which... why, Deb, would you want her to open on camera what you bought her, knowing the things that you bought her would be thongs, you know, bras, like the more intimate articles of clothing that, you know, shouldn't be, in my opinion, put on display. Again, that just like plays into the Deb is exploiting Eugenia theory that a lot of people have, and that just makes me think about that, how she could possibly be exploiting Eugenia. I know a lot of people argue and say that it could be the other way around. Eugenia people say Eugenia knows what she's doing. She's in control of the whole situation. But I've always argued, especially back in her earlier videos, she seems kind of not fully mentally aware of everything, you know? So I feel like her mom did definitely play a role of exploitation when it comes to Eugenia. The next one here is crazy Apple Store experience with my dad from 12/28/15. She talks about how she went to the Apple Store with her dad and her dad didn't know how anything worked despite having an iPhone. She says when she was younger, before she had her own Apple ID, she used her dad's, which, okay, you know, whatever. I don't have much to say about that. Next video is going to be Lost in Disney World from 1/8/16. Says she is walking by herself around Disney. She shows stuff at the store, but mentioned she didn't bring any money with her. Later, her mom calls her and tells her she can't go to the Magic Kingdom because Disney is on high alert and she needs to go back to the hotel, and Eugenia doesn't know what she's talking about because everything seems fine. Then it says she tries to go on the monorail, but her mom tells her she can't. It's dangerous, and she has to walk back. Why? You know, maybe, just maybe, this is just a thought, okay? We've seen back in the day how when Jacqueline 5150'd her, and of course this was before that 5150, but we had seen how back in the day Deb was always up Eugenia's butt. Eugenia couldn't do nothing without Deb. Maybe it's because Deb knew, like, adult protective services would step in if they were separated, and maybe Deb was worried somebody was there for Eugenia or something. That's why she was saying, it's dangerous, you got to get back to the room. Deb, it's Disney World. What are the hidden dangers at Disney? All right, it's covering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's covering a couple videos now. And it's saying, making my mom emo, 1/25/2016. My mom turns me preppy, 2/8/2016. Turning my dog emo, poor Buzz, 2/20/2016. My mom turns me into a Disney princess from 3/21/2016. Teaching my mom how to dab for 11/2016. Poor Deb. Turning my mom into Shrek. Fitting, 4/25/2016. Okay, we're going to read this one because there's a lot to unpack with this one, but then I was being very nosy and I read the next one without y'all, so I do apologize for that. But I can't wait to get to it because there was some tea in that shit that we got to unpack. So this one here for 5/28/2016 is titled The Video I Ruined My Mom's Birthday. I remember this one too, y'all. We kind of reacted to it just a little bit, but we're going to have to dive back into it. It says she goes to the store with her mom on her mom's birthday. Her mom is buying flowers because she loves flowers. At the end of the video, Eugenia is standing in the parking lot and says she ruined her mom's birthday because as they were leaving, the flowers fell out of the cart and broke, and apparently her mom freaked out and blamed Eugenia for it, even though she said she wasn't anywhere near them and when they fell, and that her mom was currently back in the store and trying to exchange them. I remember this one. Now, Eugenia was vlogging, basically. It was her mom's birthday. They went to Walmart or something. They got flowers, and they're walking back to the parking lot. Eugenia's vlogging, and her mom is pushing the flowers behind her in the cart. So they're walking, Eugenia's talking to the camera, then Deb's just like, oh shit, you know, and the flowers are falling. And Eugenia's like, oh no, I hope I didn't do that. And then Deb pretty much puts the blame on Eugenia, like, what happened? Why did you do that? And yeah, so Eugenia's like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Like, I did not mean to ruin your birthday. I didn't mean to ruin your flowers. And she felt bad about it and was clearly confused as to how the hell she managed to make Deb drop the flowers. It wasn't even her fault. But now let's get into this next one because this is very interesting. There is a video from 7/16/2016 titled My House is Haunted. It says she tells a story of a guy mostly dressed in red randomly coming in the house when she was 3 years old and yelling at him to get out. Eugenia's mom says no such guy existed. In streams, I believe she said this guy dressed in a drummer boy outfit and actually came into her room, not just a house. I feel like there's something to be unpacked with this one because we talked about, you know, there could be underlying trauma with Eugenia, and none of us really know what it is. She has mentioned a couple times in her videos and streams moments that happened to her growing up where we're kind of like, well, that could play into it, you know. But truthfully, you know, Eugenia acts like she's this open book. She's not hiding anything, but there's so much going on behind the closed doors that happened in her life, even moments on camera that we never damn really know the case or scenario, what really happened. And we only know what she says, what Deb says, and we all know Deb and Eugenia gaslight like a motherfucker. There are a couple scenarios that I think could be the case with this, but because of terms of service here for YouTube, community guidelines, I have to be very careful about what I say, how I word this. I feel like Deb could have been lying to Eugenia saying, oh, you're just 3 years old, you don't know, like, You just made it up. Maybe you think it's there. Maybe it was a bad dream. Maybe it was this, that, and the third. But you were just 3. You don't know. Nobody was there. That wasn't a real person. So Deb could be gaslighting Eugenia and telling her that there really couldn't have been a person there. Or maybe this man was real, and maybe Deb just tries to play it off like he wasn't. And maybe Deb was having an affair. Maybe that's why Deb doesn't want anybody to know. Maybe Deb had a darker intention with the man coming to the house and doesn't want Eugenia to remember. And I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to emphasize here. That's a very disgusting situation, and I don't know what the case was with this, but I feel like that is very fucking suspicious. Something that needs to be talked about. Something that Eugenia is going to need answers for. All right, now here is this next one. Y'all, thank God we're in 2016. I swear to God, that 2013 to 2014 video took up literally the entire 26-minute video that we did yesterday, and I was like, I hope it's not the case for the next video. I don't want to go through a 30-minute video just talking about 1 year of content. But we're in 2016. Hell yeah. Now it says, making my mom anime transformation, 7/10/2016. Now it says here she turns her mom into... I'm going to chop up the name, so I do apologize in advance. It says, she turns her mom into Kanekai from Tokyo Ghoul. In the beginning, her mom says she's not wearing the jacket for the outfit because it's 93 out. She mentions that that's okay for Eugenia to wear a jacket, but not the kind of weather for her to wear one in. At one point, while Eugenia is putting white face paint on her mom says, I could go to Halloween party as Jack Skellington. Well, maybe not me, but you could. I could go as the Boogeyman, though. Deb's a twisted little fuck, isn't she? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't want that to be my initial reaction. Just to think in my head the amount of, who knows how dark the shit is that goes on in that household. Who knows how bad it really is behind closed doors and how bad it's been throughout the years, and if it only got worse. Was it worse back then? Is it better now? I don't know. But really, when I think about the Cooney household, I think the chaotic Cooney chaos household. Because... it's sick, looking back on moments in streams and moments on videos and just moments that she's talked to, like about her weird dreams, about talking about my weird family members. There's been so many moments, especially Deb filming her, getting like upskirt shots while she's up and walking up the stairs. It's just like always leading me back to Deb is exploiting the fuck out of Eugenia in this order. I don't know, if there's so many questions to be asked there, but I feel like it's very concerning, but fitting at the same time, for Deb to say she can go as the Boogeyman and Eugenia can go as Jack Skellington. Because if Eugenia thinks that she's Jack Skellington, when she's really living up to this name for herself, is Deb living up to the Boogeyman name for herself? And I hope this makes sense. I hope this wasn't just like an off-the-wall rant. I hope what I'm trying to say makes sense, So the next one we're going to be reacting to is text pranking my mom with Justin Bieber's Sorry lyrics. It does not have a date for this, so I'm not sure when this was. But it says her mom thinks she's I can't say that word. So it says her mom thinks she's turning into a frog and wants to ribbit herself, or wants to kick her own bucket, or drunk from the text, or thinks something happened to Buzz. She then calls her mom, and her mom is freaking out, and then Eugenia tells her it's all a joke, and her mom laughs and says, you got me. It's hard to tell if her mom genuinely knew this was happening or not. In my opinion, it did seem pre-planned. The next is the apartment tour. We reacted to this one. It was pretty fun. Now, oh shit, that video is private. I'm gonna have to public it. It says 11/21/2016. Video tour of Eugenia's first California residence. Eugenia re-mentions family keeping the temperature low and the AC is on a lot. Says also how her brother makes her leave her room early in the morning regularly so he can use her bathroom to get ready for college. She said in streams there's another bathroom he could use, but he likes using hers better. He also leaves his clothes on the floor and plays video games in the room when she's not there. He takes his video game system out of the room when he's not using the TV, showing he possibly doesn't like Eugenia using his stuff. Now, it also says that she also can't film the whole apartment because her brother is there and her mom, and that he doesn't like even being on camera, which I do remember this. I remember she was given a tour of her first, well, of course, the first apartment, and she toured her room. The whole tour of her apartment was her room and her bathroom, and she ended up wrapping up the video outside on like an outside deck that they had. But I remember when I reacted to that video, I was like, why? Oh, why? First of all, knowing that she's that frail, would they being on the opposite side of the weight spectrum, understandably they'd want the apartment to be cool, right? They don't want to be hot all the time. But Eugenia being that frail, you kind of have to take into consideration if your AC is on 24/7, that missing ma'am's going to need a heating pad or a heater or a heated blanket or 9 blankets. She's going to need something. She's going to be cold, like very frigid. But at the same time, why would you get an apartment for your kids, right, for Chip to go to college, which this is why they got that apartment, because her brother was studying in LA or around LA for some type of like drawing, or to be an animator. So why would you get an apartment, right, for your kids just to not let your kids fully live in the apartment like you're there 24/7? But then also, why would you allow one of your kids to step on your other kid's space? They both had their own space. They both had their own bedrooms, their own bathrooms. I just feel like that's weird that Chip would constantly kick Eugenia out of her room to use hers. And also not just that, but with Eugenia saying she's not able to film because, they're there, it's just at the same time, can't you film when they're gone? Oh, but that's not going to happen because Deb won't let Eugenia out of her damn side. The whole situation was very suspicious to me. Now, this next one was I Was Kidnapped story time from 12/23/2016. She talks about how someone had tipped the police that she was kidnapped by her parents when she was 15, brainwashed, and is being held hostage. She mentions that she has been swatted before and her door is still broken from when that happened. When did Eugenia start doing content? She was young, but was she like 15 when she started? Because that would be weird if she was 15 when she started, and that's whenever people were calling about she's brainwashed, from her parents. I don't know. I think what I want to say with this is we don't know, but I think it's very interesting, particularly that Eugenia doesn't have contact with any of her other family members. I think that does say a lot, and that could validate people thinking that she's brainwashed. And it could very much likely be the case that the person who called in wasn't just a concerned fan. It could have been a family member who was very concerned about Eugenia in that household. I mean, we've seen the Ruby Frank situation, right? They vlogged for years. They got away with for years. Nobody did nothing. Nobody said nothing. There were so many people archiving footage like what they're doing with Eugenia right now because they knew one day this situation would be brought to light and they needed that archived footage to really put the fire to Ruby Frank's boots. I don't know. This is all very interesting, y'all. I am going to wrap up this video on this note, though. I think tomorrow I am going to be finishing up the rest of the year, so that's going to be a part 3 to this, but then also I want to find these clips of Deb, and I think we're going to have a Deb day, y'all, so how does that sound? So tomorrow, I'm going to do a third part to this video, but then also we're going to have that Deb day, and I'm going to find these clips of Deb and include them because I really want to find them, archive them, and react to them. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and as always, let me know what specific moments and clips from this that we talked about today with the timestamps, which one specifically do y'all want me to dive into? Because I feel like each one of them holds their own tea, but there's some that are a little bit spicier than the other ones. Anyways, it's 8:30. I gotta go, but I will catch y'all in the next damn video. Again, let me know your thoughts and opinions, and let me know what y'all think about my rebrand. I redid my profile picture and my cover image, and please check out my playlist because I cleaned them up for y'all, and I did one specifically about Eugenia content that y'all can binge out on. So I'll catch y'all in the next damn video. Feel free to check out the playlist and my new cover image, and yeah, bye.